Good morning, everybody. It's Willa from Willa Moon Mystical, and I am getting ready to complete our series of loose leaf incense. There's a couple more I have to make, but I'm not going to do videos on them as we're going to be pretty busy the rest of the week. On Saturday, I'm having a gathering of the witches that have attended my workshops for Samhain, and we are going to be creating black mirrors and our planet sigil stones, our pentacles, and our ritual candles for our own Samhain celebration. So I have a lot to get ready for that. And then on Friday, we are going to a gem and mineral show so I can get some new things for the store. But I saved the best for last. This is my absolute favorite, and it's been a very favorite of many for about 8 years, and it's called Mystical Awakening. Now I have a sister from our old circle back in Ohio who absolutely loves this incense, so definitely I will be sending her some. So Kirsty is coming your way, love. So with that, this is Shadows. This is my book of shadows, and this is where I will jot down the recipes instead of bringing him out because he's so heavy. But where do I have the marker? But I just grabbed shadows this morning. So what we're making is Mystical Awakening, and Mystical Awakening is for, it's used to sharpen your psychic abilities and assist in developing your intuition. Use whenever doing some sort of divination or psychic work. Great for shadow work. Great for deep meditation, past life regression. Can be used to burn in a cauldron. Also can be used as a smudge. You can dress candles, use it in a gree or mojo bag, or use it in your poppet. So this one is really a great one, and because I am using therapeutic grade essential oils, this one can also be used in a bath or a foot soak. So with that, let us begin. So the ingredients to Mystical Awakening is Juniper Berries, Jasmine, Lavender Sage, Rose Petals, and Yarrow Flowers. Essential oils of Lavender, Clary Sage, and Ylang Ylang. Notice there's no lemon balm, lemongrass this time around. So with that getting said, let us begin. So I got my bowl, and I really hope this bowl is big enough. If not, I may have to make 2 batches because, like I said, this is one that whenever I put it into my Etsy store, it goes really, really quickly. So into the bowl, I am going to add, I think first I'm going to add my sage. I had to put the herbs down here because I only have the big pound bags of the herbs I need for this one. So it's back to breaking up sage just like we did before. You know, watch out for the stones, but break it up just like you would walnuts to sprinkle on your brownies. I do absolutely love the smell of sage. So I'm going to do a little bit of this. Here we go. And I think just a little bit more sage. And remember, if you decide to make any of my incense, please feel free to tweak them to fit you. I will not be offended whatsoever. These are original recipes that my aunt and I developed. Took a few years, but we did. And then as time went on, I tweaked them until they are what they are today. And I found out the recipes I create now are the ones that everyone really enjoy and get the most benefits out of. So I've got the sage, and now I need to add the Juniper Berries. I love Juniper Berries. I don't think anything smells as good as the Juniper Berry does. And then maybe a little bit more juniper. There we go. Then I want to add jasmine. Now jasmine is a good part in this. So I have the jasmine here. And I think I'm just going to put in a couple of good, healthy handfuls. I used to be precise on measuring everything out when it comes to my incense, but I got kind of used to creating them and knowing how much I want to use of each ingredient or each herb or oil or resin. This absolutely does not have no resin in it, but if you did want to add a resin, you could. I don't know. I may add one before, you know, I put it up. I don't know. I'll probably add a copal to it, maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. The original recipe does not call for a resin. The next one is lavender. So now I have my lavender. Good healthy handful of lavender. I think that'll do. Rose petals. Then I bring out the rose. No, I did not. So I'll have to go get the rose. But first, yeah, I did bring out the rose. Let's add the yarrow. Good, healthy covering across the top. You know the dominant in this is going to be the juniper and the jasmine. That's going to be the dominant. I paused for a moment because I don't know if you can pick up on the sirens, but I paused for a moment because I mentally just projected to the universe. May all be safe and well for whomever those sirens may be for. So next we want to add rose. Adding rose to anything, you add love and protection. So now I'm going to add in a couple of healthy handfuls of rose. Perfect, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so now we have the rose. And like I said, I will definitely be sending a baggie of this back to Ohio. When you order my incense, they come in a foil Ziploc bag, and then I heat seal it. And then you can always reclose it after that because it keeps it fresh. I used to create them, and I used to do them in tins, and then I just found out they dried out too fast. I mean, really dried out. And then I used to do them in plastic bags, and no, I like the foil bags. Those really work well. I tried the brown craft bags, but because I use oils, I found out they made the bags look kind of disgusting. So I like the foil bags. Okay, so now we've got this mixed. Look at this. Now, is that a work of art or what? That is so gorgeous, and we haven't even put in the essential oils yet. So let's get to that. The first one we're going to add is lavender. It says 5 drops, but that is if you're just making a small, like a mortar and pestle. The bowl, it's like you're making a small bowl of that, you know, just for your own personal use. Then you would use 5 drops lavender, 10 drops Clary sage, 5 drops Ylang Ylang. But for this size of a bowl, yeah. So I'm going to just put a few droppers across it. I don't think I like this dropper. It doesn't take much. It doesn't hold much. Wow, that lavender is really potent. I think that might be enough. And then we'll use the Clary sage. On Samhain, I like to do divination. I like to connect to my ancestors. And this is the incense that I use. I like to use Mystical Awakening. Now, I do have one for, and maybe I will create that one. I do have one for connecting to the ancestors, called Ancestors Blessing. That's also a spell kit, but there is a incense that I create just for that one. But I like to use Necromancy Oil and Mystical Awakening on Samhain. Those are the ones I choose. Some people like my incense, Samhain Blessings, and that's good too. That also goes to a spell kit. But this is the personal one I want to use. And sometimes I'll burn a little bit of each just to get the energies mingling. And then if I'm doing some serious divination for myself, like a year ahead, a glance ahead, which I do on December 31st, which is also my birthday, when I do that tarot reading, a card for each month of the year, then I definitely burn this one. And I also burn this one when I just do psychic exercises and, you know, try to tone and sharpen my my skills for reading. So the next one we're adding is sage. And this is the Clary sage. It just says sage, so I don't know if it is Clary. Oh well, it's sage. Oh yeah, that's definitely sage. And the last one is Ylang Ylang. And Ylang Ylang, this is what has that little bit of a citrus, just a tiny bit to me. And I don't think we're going to have all that much. I think I'm good with that. Now let's mix this around. I have a mixing little witchy, little witching in kitchen witch, witching in the kitchen spoon. So I'm going to have to really mix this up. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to cheat when I go and take this back in the house, because I'm going to put this in a gallon Ziploc bag, and I am going to shake the bejesus out of it, because that way I know that oil will get spread. But I want to show this to you. This is that beautiful work of art we just created called Mystical Awakening. Depending on how many bags I get from this one, I may have to make another batch. So if you make it, remember, go ahead and tweak it to fit you. The ingredients to this will also be written below. So there will also be a link to my Etsy store, and there will also be a link to my video on choosing your cauldron and cauldron safety. And please, if you're going to use a loose leaf incense and burn it in a cauldron or burn it on charcoal, please watch that video. So the ingredients for this incense, Mystical Awakening, is 1 part Juniper Berries, 1 part Jasmine, 1 part Lavender, 1 part Rose, 1 part Sage, a 1/2 part Yarrow Flowers, because you get a lot of Yarrow Flowers. And then you're going to add 5 drops Lavender, 5 drops Ylang Ylang, 10 drops of Clary Sage. Like I told you, don't be afraid to tweak it to fit you and your preferences. I don't mind at all. If you wish not to create it and just to purchase it, it's available in my Etsy store, also known as Willow Moon Mystical. All of my incense will be going back into my regular store in Homosassa. The batches that I made started going really quickly on Etsy, so I'm going to have to make additional batches to put into my brick and mortar. I thank you for joining me, and if you will, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share if you will, comment, ring the notification bell. Wow, a lot of interaction there. But it all is appreciated. I don't do this for monetary gain. I make the videos just because I like to share. Okay, another thing is I want you to have a blessed Samhain. Stay forever magical and blessed be.